And I would ask Commissioner Glassman to please go to the podium and please present us with our first proclamation tonight.
Thank you, Mayor. Bless you. I would like to also call up, and please join me. I think County Commissioner Lamar Fisher said he was going to be in attendance, but I'm not sure
there
if
he is. Oh.
Is he there? Excellent. Our County Commissioner Lamar Fisher. Come on up, County Commissioner.
Welcome.
Actually, my personal
You're
County
hiding
Commissioner.
over there.
My personal County Commissioner as well. Also, is Rabbi Yitzchak Naperstek here from Chabad Lubavitch? I didn't see if the rabbi was here yet. No, but in case he does come, that'll be great. We have with us tonight Rabbi David Spey from Temple Bat Yam. Come on up. We have Rabbi Noah Kitty from Congregation Etz Chaim. Thank you so much. And this is very special to join me for this proclamation. You'll know why when I begin. We also have with us this evening Holocaust survivors Magda Bader, Herbie Carolina, and Vera Carolina, also Ruth Burstein. And Rabbi is here now. Thank you, Rabbi. Pleasure. Thank you. We have a full house. I would like the survivors to please come up, as well as their children, Denise Tamir, Karen Silvers, and Liz Becker. If I have left out anyone, forgive me, but if there anyone else wants to join us up here, please do before I read this proclamation, and then we will all go into the well and we'll take a photo together. But if I left anyone out by name, again, my apologies. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't get that name, but is Michael Balaban is here, CEO, right? Jewish Federation? Exactly. Thank you. Michael, why don't you come on up as well? Thank you. Thank you. Right over here is just fine. Thank you. And if you're more comfortable sitting, by all means, please do that.
You got plenty of company.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Thank you. And I would like to begin now, and this is from the Office of the Mayor, City of Fort Lauderdale Proclamation. This is in recognition of International Holocaust Remembrance Day, January 27th, 2020. Whereas, on January 27, 1945, Soviet forces liberated the Auschwitz-Birkenau concentration and extermination camp, discovering the largest Nazi killing center in Europe. And whereas Auschwitz has become a symbol of the Holocaust, representing the depths of man's inhumanity to man. And whereas, on November 1st, 2005, the United Nations General Assembly adopted Resolution 60-7, designating January 27th as International Holocaust Remembrance Day. The observance commemorates the genocide that resulted in the death of an estimated 6 million Jewish people, 5 million Slavic people, 3 million ethnic Poles, 200,000 Romani people, 250,000 mentally and physically disabled, and 9,000 homosexual men by the Nazi regime and its collaborators. And whereas the United Nations resolution urges every member nation to honor the memory of the Holocaust victims and encourages the development of educational programs about Holocaust history to help prevent future acts of genocide. And whereas the United Nations resolution rejects any denial of the Holocaust as an event and condemns all manifestations of religious intolerance, harassment, or violence against persons or communities based on ethnic origin or religious belief. And whereas the City of Fort Lauderdale joins the world community in recognizing January 27th as International Holocaust Remembrance Day, a day in memory of the victims of the Holocaust, and we do hereby assert our commitment to advance and support human rights and our commitment to the education of future generations about this tragedy. And whereas our nation has witnessed an alarming increase in anti-Semitic violence, not just in this past year, but in the past several years, we must never become complacent in the face of such violence, whether it be against Jews or any of our neighbors. The dignity of every human being must be protected, and we must refuse to be silent when hate rears its ugly head to divide us. Let us be united in our goal to bring light to the darkness that is all too prevalent in the world today. Now, therefore, we as City Commissioners of the City of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, do hereby proclaim January 27, 2020 as International Holocaust Remembrance Day in the City of Fort Lauderdale, dated this, the 21st day of January 2020, and signed by our Honorable Mayor, Dean J. Trentalis. And I would like to take a minute of everyone's time. If any of the rabbis would like to say a word, and by the way, I know I'm opening up. When you ask a Jewish person if they'd like to say a word, that could be a lot of words. But I also would love to be able to hear from one of our Holocaust survivors this evening, just a few words as well. I will leave it up to you folks to choose a representative because I think it's that important. Thank you.
Good evening. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. We who are here, who are representing Dade County, and we are very, very happy to be here in the city of Fort Lauderdale and to see what wonderful plans you have in regard how to treat this very serious subject. I myself have been in Auschwitz, Birkenau, where I lost my parents and two sisters and one of my nieces. I managed to survive by miracle, and I was then sent to another camp, which was a satellite camp of Bergen-Belsen, which was in Germany. I was only 14 years old when all this happened to me, and here I am. I hope that terrible things like that will never, never happen to anybody in this country or anywhere in the world. Thank you for listening.